Earth's rarest camel. Inside their desperate fight for life deep in the Gobi Desert, an animal is staring extinction in the face. Imagine a creature handling temperatures from -40 to over 50 degrees Celsius and drinking water saltier than the sea. This is the wild Bactrian camel. And there are likely fewer than 1,000 left worldwide, making them one of the rarest large animals. Experts estimate only about 950 still roam China and Mongolia. This is their incredible, high-stakes fight for survival. The problem: a ghost in the Gobi. The wild Bactrian camel, Camelus ferus *, isn't your storybook camel. It's a distinct species from its domesticated cousin, Camelus bactrianus *, think wolf to poodle. A true wild creature of Asian deserts for millennia, their family tree branched off about 1 million years ago, like a living relic. Protecting them isn't just saving an animal, it's preserving ancient life. Critically endangered since 2002, their population has plummeted, meaning they could vanish any day. Like phantoms in the Gobi, the Zoological Society of London ranks them the 8th most endangered large mammal. If they disappear, an ancient lineage is gone forever. They're vital to the Gobi ecosystem. Experts predict we could lose 80% in the next 3 decades, 4 out of every 5, gone. The agitation surviving the extremes, to grasp their resilience, picture their home, the Gobi Desert, a land of brutal extremes. Summers exceed 38 degrees Celsius, sometimes hitting 50-55 degrees Celsius. Winters plunge to -40 degrees Celsius. These camels are living survival kits. Their 2 humps aren't water bottles, they're packed with up to 80 pounds of fat, a built-in power bank and hydration source. When used, the humps deflate like empty saddlebags. When they reach water, a parched camel can gulp 35 gallons 135 liters in one go, drinking faster than any other mammal. Astonishingly, they are the only land mammals known to hydrate with saltwater, even saltier than the ocean. Domestic camels can't. Scientists are still studying how they manage this. Their bodies are masters of efficiency, minimal urine, dry droppings, and barely sweating. They conserve every drop. To cope with temperature swings, they grow a dense winter coat, then shed it in massive chunks. Double rows of eyelashes and a third, clear eyelid act like built-in goggles against sandstorms. They can seal their nostrils. Bushy eyebrows shield their eyes. Broad feet act like snowshoes for sand. Their mouths are tough enough for thorny, salty plants. These camels are true masters of survival, trekking up to 75 kilometers a day for food and water. The escalating threats. Despite their superpowers, wild Bactrians face a crisis, mainly due to humans. Their traditional homeland in Mongolia and China is shrinking and degrading. They're forced to compete with domestic livestock for scarce resources, a battle they often lose. Expanding human population means more farms and settlements creeping into their territory. Then there's poaching. Even in protected zones, they're illegally slaughtered, dozens yearly, sometimes with landmines near water sources. They're hunted for meat and hides, or seen as competition by farmers. Another insidious threat is interbreeding with domestic camels, diluting their unique genetic code. Lack of awareness means wild camels don't get needed specialized protection. Plus, mining, new roads, and infrastructure slice through their habitat, severing migration routes. More human presence means more disturbance, and mining pollution taints their limited water. Climate change is another blow, causing deserts to expand and water sources to vanish. Less water concentrates camels, livestock, and humans into smaller areas, increasing disease and conflict. Wolves also pose an increasing threat as all compete for dwindling water. The solution: racing against time, but there's hope. Dedicated groups are working tirelessly to rescue them. The Wild Camel Protection Foundation, WCPF, is the only global charity exclusively focused on them and their ecosystems. China's Lop Nur Wild Camel National Nature Reserve and Mongolia's Great Gobi Reserve are vital sanctuaries where teams monitor camels, safeguard their environment, and deter illegal activities. China uses satellite trackers and infrared cameras to monitor them. And camel numbers in the Lop Nur Reserve increased from around 430 to 680. Tangible progress. Captive breeding programs are also vital. The WCPF initiated the Hunter Hall Wild Camel Breeding Center in Mongolia. The strategy is a genetic arc, a secure backup population. By 2020, the center housed 35 camels, with new calves born. Some have been reintroduced into the wild. A second breeding center is being developed to expand these efforts. Camels were relocated there last September. These centers are also research hubs, studying camel health and behavior for successful reintroduction. Raising awareness is paramount. Educating local communities about their uniqueness and the dangers of interbreeding is critical. Educational materials are provided to local schools. International support, from zoos like Knowsley Safari Park in the UK with its 5-year commitment to WCPF, provides funding and expertise. But challenges remain. Enforcing regulations in vast deserts is difficult. Securing consistent funding is an ongoing struggle, and new infrastructure projects continually pose threats. Saving these camels is a marathon requiring sustained effort. Call to action. This wild Bactrian camel is a champion of resilience, but it cannot win this fight alone. Their future rests on our shoulders. You can help save them. Learn about this extraordinary animal and its challenges. Spread the word. Share this video. Support organizations like the Wild Camel Protection Foundation. They're on the front lines, working relentlessly. Even a small contribution helps fund breeding programs, secure land, and combat poaching. Search for organizations. You might even adopt a camel. Your support can be their lifeline. Conclusion. Through extreme heat, cold, dust storms, and lack of water, the wild Bactrian camel has endured. Its DNA holds millions of years of desert survival wisdom. This tenacious creature is a Gobi icon. Now, with fewer than 1,000 left, they're hanging by a thread. The threats are immense. Shrinking habitats, a changing climate, human pressures. But the mission to save them is monumental, driven by those who know losing them means erasing a unique chapter of life. Their saga is one of struggle, resilience, and hopefully, a comeback. The wild Bactrian camel's fate reminds us to protect our planet's rarest treasures before they vanish. The fight isn't over, but with determination and global support, there's hope for these survivors.